Hey guys, welcome back to another new vlog on my channel Little Ado. I really hope you all are doing great. So guys, today I'll be sharing some tips that I followed to make my life easy and hassle-free while doing all my responsibilities as a stay-at-home mom while my kid is around. In this video, I have tried to cover many real moments as possible. So keep watching this video till the end. Also, in this video, I'll be sharing my morning to nighttime routine with my toddler at home. But before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel Little Ado as it gives me more motivation to make videos for you. So now let's start with the video. I am a sleep person, not a morning person or a night person, just a mama who really loves her precious sleep. But waking up to the sound of your child running around meaning I am hungry and crying for things can be literally the worst way to start your day ever. So tip number 1 is wake up before your kid. Even if you decide to wake up a simple 15 minutes before your kids, you will feel so much more ahead of the day instead of running behind. You will be able to plan for the entire day according to the way you want it. Also, waking up before the other member of the family wakes up will give you some time for self-care. Spending an hour taking care of yourself will set you up to be the mom you strive to be, and you will get more done every day. You will be happier, healthier, and more fulfilled. Today I woke up early to do my early morning jogging around the campus to boost my energy for the entire day. Because being a mom needs lots of energy to do all the responsibilities you have to maintain a beautiful home and family. So even if it's just for 15 or 30 minutes, that short time in the morning before your kids wake up will have a massive impact on the quality of your day. After coming back from my jogging, I took shower and start prepping for the breakfast. I don't take stress of what breakfast should I make after coming from the jogging because I already know what needs to be prepared. So tip number 2 is plan for the meals a day before. If you want to be a time saver like me, then plan your meals to save yourself the time you need. Pick your busy days and make those meals the most simple or prepared ahead to help you later. Being hungry and realizing you have nothing planned is undoubtedly stressful. Instead of standing in front of your fridge or pantry deciding what to make, plan your meals a day before so that you save your time and have a better sleep. Time you spend thinking about what to cook could actually have been spent cooking meals and getting it done so that you can spend more time afterwards doing something else. I already boiled the potatoes and made the dosa batter the night before I sleep so that I don't be in a rush in the morning while handling my kid. So do a little bit of prep a day before if you want to be more organized. More organized you are, less stressful you will be. My kid loves masala cheese dosa, so making a different version of masala dosa for him too. In between my breakfast preparation, my little one woke up. He usually woke up by 7:30 a.m. So this is our kind of breakfast, masala dosa with some tomato peanut chutney. After having our breakfast, I spend some playtime with my kid. So tip number 3 is spend some playtime with your kid to get them into a good mood to play by themselves. That will make them less irritative and more happier than staying bored. So right now my son is playing with his toys and this is my time to prep for the lunch. But before that, I will quickly make our bed to look our room a little organized. For lunch, today I will be making a simple fish curry with tomatoes and some bhindi kurkure. At around 10:30 am, I gave my son homemade fresh juice. I usually used to give him juice at his breakfast time, but today while shooting this video I forgot to give him, so I am giving him right now. At around 11 to 11:30 am, I used to give my son his bath. That is also in between my lunch preparation. I used to give my son his lunch before my husband comes for lunch because feeding a picky eater takes lots of time and patience. After having his lunch, my son used to take 1 to 1.5 hours of nap in between 2 to 4 pm. In this time, I also take some rest. So tip number 4 is take some short nap while your kids are taking their nap. Getting enough sleep is a key part of happy parenting for kids as well as mothers. Proper sleep will impact on your temperament, mood and behavior. As you wake up early, your body needs some rest. Even a 20 minutes of nap can rejuvenate you, so definitely make it a priority. Taking care of your own sleep needs is far more important than folding laundry or cleaning your kitchen. So I used to take a short nap daily when my son sleeps. This short nap recharges me for rest of my day. I usually clean the dishes and clean the kitchen when my son sleeps. So today is the regular day for me to clean the dishes at this time. If I get some more time, then I quick clean the house. Now it's time for me to make some easy snacks. So tip number 5 is make some easy and handy snacks. Homemade easy snacks does not mean being bound to the kitchen after a tiring day. After cooking and cleaning the dishes, I feel tired to cook for long hours just for a snack, and that is also just to get a rejection from my toddler. My toddler is a picky eater. He loves playing rather than eating anything at all. I don't bribe or force my child to eat certain foods or clean his plate. So I used to give him some handy snacks after his nap so that he can take it by himself while playing around. I don't bother about the nutrition during his snack time if he had a good nutritious lunch before his nap. Moreover, the snacks should always be tasty and appealing enough for kids to tempt them to eat. So today I already planned for some muffins for my toddler. I just need some powdered sugar, 1 egg, baking powder and some plain flour and cocoa powder. My kiddo loved it. I sometimes give him oats laddu, murmura laddu, multigrain laddus, sometimes diced fruits, sometimes french fries and sometimes chocos. So this is another tip that I follow, that is not to run always for healthy snacks and try to give him some easy and handy snacks. Tip number 6 is give your kids some 20 to 30 minutes of screen time. They will enjoy it. Be with your kids during their screen time and interact with them. They will get habitual of watching their shows with you. This can sometimes be helpful to you when you want them to limit their screen time. But make sure his screen time is as productive as possible. The thing about being a stay-at-home mom is that it can be isolating sometimes, like completely staying at home with your crying baby and cooking all day and feeding your kids can be sometimes very depressing and you may feel like a prisoner. So tip number 7 is go out of the house in the evening. So after suffering from so many bouts of tantrum and loneliness, what I have learned is that just get outside and leave your house for some minutes. Even if it's just a walk around the backyard or around the campus or a drive in the nearby, just go out for a couple of minutes and feel the fresh air, see the fresh faces. If I don't go out, I don't get any enthusiasm to do anything in the evening and that continued to the next day. So get out of your house daily if possible is another thing that I follow being a stay-at-home mom, because our job is never ending and we don't get a day off or a vacation. We just had to steal our day. We came back and it's 7:30 p.m. now, so time to make dinner. I already marinated the chicken before going out. Today's dinner is some chicken curry and rice. Today my husband will be cooking the chicken. So tip number 8 is never hesitate to ask for a help. If it's your husband or your parents or your elder kid, just ask them for help whenever you need it. I have a wonderful husband that helps take care of things whenever I need it. My husband loves to cook. He never hesitates of sharing household duties with me, though sometimes he have hard days in the office. I think husbands of stay-at-home moms are a huge part of a successful family. While he is cooking, I will do the laundry. I don't focus on laundry daily. Sometimes I focus on other things. So tip number 9 is break the rules. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to do the laundry, fold them up, or keep your kids' toys in their place. You don't need to be in a time bound. I sometimes leave all the housework as it is if I don't have a mood to do them or have less energy. Some days I want only my me time and days off of cleaning and organizing. I really don't care if my house is a mess sometimes, and that thing really makes me happy of not doing any productive things sometimes. Such days are just a rest for me and recharge myself for the next day. So by 9:30 we used to have our dinner. After dinner I used to clean my kitchen, so this is the last thing I follow. That is tip number 10. Always clean your kitchen before going to bed. Because I would like to wake up, walk into my kitchen and feel happy there in the morning. The days I don't clean my kitchen the night before, I begin my morning feeling like my day already is a little chaotic. So I never sleep with a dirty kitchen. Sleep with a clean kitchen, your mornings will be easier. I do have a house help that do the dishes, but she used to come late after our breakfast. So I used to clean my dishes to wake up with a clean and fresh kitchen. So guys, this is how my morning to nighttime routine usually looks like. Share with me how your day looks like and feel free to ask me any question you need to know. Hope this video may be helpful to you to manage your daily responsibilities. That's all for today. See you in my another interesting vlog. Till then, take care and stay safe, stay at home. Bye.